Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and welcome back once more to another daily live stream, day 94 in a row. We're now officially 1 week away, or less than that now, from reaching that 100 days in a row milestone, which I'm very, very optimistic about. I'm very happy about it, that I've been able to keep going this long, but also that I've had all of you guys in the community constantly tune in every single day to watch and learn, which is the most important part here. You're not doing it for me, you're doing it for yourself to learn more about what's happening in this space, more about Casper and crypto and everything else that is incoming. So as always, when you enjoy these streams, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. In the stream today, of course, as you see from the title, we've got a lot of big news, so to speak. We've got Casper smart contract updates seemingly coming Q1 2025. I'll talk about it a little bit more in this stream. I got this source sent to me and other members in my community yesterday in my free Discord server. It was linked, shout out to let me get it up who it was actually that did it, so I give him his due diligence, who found this Medium article. It was Simon. Shout out to you, Simon, who sent this into our Discord server. This article we're going to be covering quite briefly. Well, not even briefly, we're going to cover this today in this stream. Smart contract potentially coming in Q1 2025, which would be insane. We'll talk about whether it's actually possible or not. And then more importantly, or equally as important, we have updates regarding wealth managers who are diving in, more and more so diving into crypto. So if you want to hear more, of course, check out my Discord server in the chat right now, description, and also on my YouTube homepage. And without further ado, we're going to dive straight into the sources. So firstly, we can see here an article, a Medium article created by a man named Frank Jacob. Casper, set to launch smart contract in Q1 2025. Here is what we know. Sup, Pills Law, welcome to the stream, my man Tony. An early stream, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Good morning to you too, Tony. Yeah, very, very early stream. Not normal, it probably won't stay this way for longer, but today I had to be a little bit earlier because I want to make sure that I'm still keeping up doing my daily information, my daily streams, but I will be busy later on, so I can't do normal time. But again, thank you all for joining and tuning in. Can't wait for the big news. Good morning to you too, Pills Lords. So yes, Casper set to launch smart contract Q1 2025. Here is what we know. So ultimately, this article goes into the fact that the crypto community, especially Casper, is abuzz with rumors that Casper is gearing up for a massive evolution, which is probably mainly going to be 10 BPS happening in Q1 2025. We know 10 BPS is happening in Q1 2025, but it states in the article that integration of smart contracts is also set for Q1 2025 according to recent insider information. Now, full disclosure, what we're talking about here, this you've got to take with a grain of salt, a pinch of salt, right? A grain of rice, pinch of salt. What he's saying sounds very, very cool and very optimistic, very bullish, but without the official confirmation, so to speak, it's hard to really tell what's true or not, okay? So even though this seems very, very big news, we're going to talk about and get a bit more information on why smart contracts are big and when they could potentially come, but still, according to this article, they could be coming very soon according to recent insider information, which of course the upgrade, we know smart contract would transform Casper from a promising blockchain to a full-fledged DeFi powerhouse, the most powerful in this whole space. We already know that the likes of Casper with the KRC20 or with just 1 block per second, without 10 BPS with no smart contract, just 1 BPS KRC20, it's already 2.1 times faster than combined Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Dogecoin. It's 2.1 times faster than all those 5 protocols combined, which is a very, very big deal. Truly history in the proof of work sector. Here we can see, and while official statements remain scarce, credible sources within the development circles confirm that Casper smart contracts are indeed on the way, bringing it into direct competition with top-tier smart contract platforms like Ethereum and Solana. So we also know, we should know what smart contracts mean for Casper. Very, very bullish news all in all. The insider information here, multiple sources close to Casper development team hint that the groundwork for Casper smart contracts has been quietly underway for months. Now, we do already know this. We have this post, we have this Casper research and development dev chat that happened July 9th, 2024. So, June, July, August, September, October, November. So about 4 months from now, we have this research and development chat where you had the likes of Tom Pelinski and Shai and Michael Sutton, who are in attendance, Aspect as well, all talking about, you know, smart contract and when we can expect them to see, when we can expect to see them come into Casper. There was speculation, or Tom Polinsky said, yes, we could see smart contracts very, very soon, actually, if we decide to piggyback on someone else's, you know, protocol, someone else's network. Or alternatively, we can build it ourselves from the ground up, which would take a lot longer. They estimated about 18 months. Now, this is still very likely, but you've got to remember that also that things they can quickly transform the space. Developments and, you know, price action, both those two things can quickly jump up and, you know, fast forward, accelerate in this space. So you got to remember that, you know, obviously wait for the official sources, but nothing is set in stone. You know, Casper could again make smart contract quicker than we expect. The next confirmation of this was here from Polinsky, which happened 2 months ago, which I'll showcase in previous streams once more, that he says his main priority is L1 sequencing, DK miscellaneous, other ongoing efforts, and smart contracts L2 stack. The novel smart contract design, the research, 2 months ago the research was not finalised and it was too early to enter concrete plans. It's been 2 months since then. And since then, we've also seen Crypto Aspect touching on smart contract designs in the Casper L1, talking about the fact that ZK proof verification is coming, allowing for zero knowledge rollups. So, you know, this is smart contracts here. The verification is coming, allowing for it, so this could happen again, potentially Q1 of 2025. And I go back to Tom Polinsky, what he said here is, this is the only necessary primitive for implementing smart contract on an L1 is a ZK opcode adapted to DAG. Its design is complete. So this L1 on the ZK opcode adapted to DAG is complete. This now primitive can take in principle a few months to implement, after which anyone can in principle launch their own ZK rollup. So to an extent, we will have, again, that's talking about, we could see in a few months implemented smart contracts. 2 months ago this was mentioned. Then we had this talk about smart contracts here, which does also then coincide with this source here, this Medium article here talking about smart contracts. One source, preferring to remain anonymous, again, do your own research, take it with a grain of salt, reported that a private testnet for smart contract is already being deployed for core developers, with final stages nearing completion. That, should it be true, is very, very bullish news, very, very big. Another source leaked that a major exchange has already begun preparing back-end systems for Casper smart contract functionalities, suggesting that the infrastructure is being set up well in advance for the public announcement. Now, the reason why, again, I'm not saying this is true or not, but the reason why I like to believe there is an element of logic behind it is this also coincides with the Rust migration, the hard fork. Those who have been watching my channel for a while also know about what hard forks mean for a project. Hard forks are sometimes a necessary thing for a project to really evolve. Bitcoin never had a hard fork really, but that's why it's, you know, not able to be scaled. Casper can do much better because of that fact. Good morning to you, Blues Mars, and evening here. Well, good evening to you too, my man. Wow, Timbo, damn, with the $7.99 donation. Thank you very much, man. Again, I say this in all my streams, no one needs to donate at all. Like, I do this because I enjoy doing it. I want to educate and help you guys stay informed, but I do, again, greatly appreciate for the donation. You know, thank you very, very much, my man. Enjoy a free coffee from your #1 Aussie fan. Keep up the great work, keeping us informed. Well, Leroy is not gonna like that, because Leroy, one of my mods, was from Australia, but again, I'll take your word for it. Leroy's got his work cut out for him now. But yes, thank you very much, Timbo, for the $8 Australian donation. And yeah, also being your first ever super on a live stream. So yesterday I took 2 people's first ever super virginity, if you will, on the live stream, and now I've got another one. So yeah, things are really going up in the world. Thank you all for being in the stream. Thank you very much for the donation, and everyone else who's watching and tuning in right now. I don't think smart contract will happen in Q1 2025, at least not before 10 BPS. I completely agree with you, Blue Mars. 10 BPS will definitely have to happen beforehand. They'll have to happen beforehand, but again, there's nothing saying that you can't see. They could be working on both things at the same time, right? Again, this is all potential, you know, hypothetical or theoretical even. Seemingly, this article suggests that we could see it in Q1 2025, you know. Obviously, that would be a very, very big deal. Seeing what happened with Ethereum's 2025 DeFi explosion, we could see a lot of, you know, volatility of Casper in adoption and also therefore price. Just quickly do that. So yeah, in that regard, yes, we will see a big explosion of Casper smart contracts. Now, 10 BPS will have to happen first. Yes, we know 10 BPS is going to happen in Q1 to 2025. It may happen even in the... They've given their timeline up to the end, so March, but it could potentially happen in February, giving it another month period for smart contracts. Again, according to Polinsky here, and also according to what I've been told from Cash Ching, who's taking this due diligence, taking this time to listen to some other interviews, so to speak, with Wolfie in attendance. I haven't had the chance to listen to just yet, so I need to check for myself. But according to Wolfie, he said that smart contracts will probably come at the in 12 months, so at the end of 2025, not Q1. So again, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt here. So what the sources showcase that is possible. We could see smart contracts in Q1 2025, which would be a very, very huge deal, of course. And of course, what I'm saying here about, that exchanges are waiting is something that, again, I don't think is illogical, because once more, if you take into 10 BPS, for example, a hard fork, periods of, potential complications or issues that could arise at that moment in time, exchanges therefore may want to hold back, wait for the technology to be integrated onto Casper, and then they can just do it themselves, as opposed to have to actually manually do the whole integration themselves because they launched Casper too early, so to speak. Or, I think they're too late either way, but I think there's a possibility of such. Also, because the KF here said in alignment with the thoughts of hashtag Konstantin Polinsky from this post here, the KF will facilitate the implementation of the DAG adaptable ZK opcodes in Q4. So that's happening right now, while endorsing the stack development of generic smart contracts led by crypto aspect. So maybe it's a case of we'll see some elements of smart contracts in Q1 of 2025. Maybe not the full ones. Again, we're welcome to speculate it, but we've seen, again, some Polinsky said here, if you jump on someone else's protocol, it could take a few months, but otherwise it probably take 18 months to 24 months. And then we saw this 2 months ago about, yes, smart contracts could happen sooner than we think. Like, in principle, the design is complete, and in principle, it could take a few months to implement, and the KF also going to help endorsing some Polinsky and crypto aspect with smart contracts and stuff and ZK opcodes this quarter, happening right now. We then had an interview, an innovation summit, Casper Innovation Summit, where they had crypto aspect here talking about ZK opcodes, smart contracts, on the layer 1. And, we had this post here from Oyster Lee as well, talking about ZK proof of miners generating proofs for ZK zero knowledge virtual machine. Or we just talking about the research again, it's accelerating, so to speak. So there's been numerous signs as of late, numerous sources as of late, suggesting that we could see smart contracts happening sooner, which of course would be extremely bullish. And we also had this as well, breaking it down effectively, how quick Casper is right now, without smart contracts, without 10 BPS. How quick can it actually function? With 10 BPS to be that much faster, and smart contracts to be that much superior. So ultimately leaning into this aspect of once more that we are early, we know how big smart contracts will be, and that there seems to be, again, speculation. The insiders point to the recent spike in GitHub activity on Casper's repository, while several code branches labeled contract with decentralized application support surfacing over the last few weeks. This certain development efforts suggest that the team is doubling down on delivering smart contracts functionality on time, aiming to capture the growing demand of high-speed, scalable contract networks. Without a name, without any name to put to who the source of information is coming to, it is hearsay. It is hearsay. Now, there are definitely, in my opinion, elements of what is being stated in this article that is true. The fact that, smart contracts will be game-changing. The fact that some exchanges may actually be waiting for such significant developments like 10 BPS or smart contracts before they list. The fact that, insiders are saying there's a lot of spike in GitHub, that may be due to the fact that KRC20 is going crazy right now. And therefore, you get more developers jumping on board who wanted to help out with Casper development. So we probably are seeing a surge of smart contract development. That does not necessarily mean we're going to see smart contracts by Q1 of 2025. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'd love it to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm seeing a lot of sources suggesting that smart contracts are definitely, accelerating their development, so to speak, and they could happen sooner than we think. But until we see the official announcement, which again, it's take what we say with a grain of salt. And we got here from Chris Kang, the ultimate reason why smart contracts will be so very bullish for Casper, and why it will make Casper the most dominant DeFi, the dominant chain in this space, and will steal liquidity from all of these major protocols, from Ethereum to Solana to Tron to Cardano, you name it, AVAX, all of them. It'll steal it from all of them. Whereas Wally, hey guys, welcome back to the stream, my man, #1 Aussie fan. Oh, might have to do something about that quick, crypto. You know what I mean? I think, you know what, I have to say, I do love the fact that my audience is so diverse. From obviously America being the biggest audience, I've got obviously UK as well, where I'm at, but I've got Australia as well. I've got other parts in, you know, Asia, and also other parts of Europe as well. We are actually worldwide, and I do love that. For one, that Casper's worldwide, but also that my channel's getting so much recognition. But yeah, everyone wants to compete for #1 spot. By all means, fight it out amongst yourself. Miss Massimo, welcome back to the stream, my man. Why so early live stream today? Good question. Well, ultimately, it's because it is my mother's birthday today. And as a result, I'm trying to get this daily stream still done today. So I am coming to do the stream a little bit earlier, because I'm meant to be going out later to celebrate with my family for my mother's birthday. But that's why the stream's a little bit earlier today. Mr. Worldwide, you know it. We're going to be the biggest channel, hopefully, in the future. Getting all around the world. Casper is going worldwide, and hopefully we can all follow in suit. What's up, DD? Welcome back to the stream. Hello, Casper family. Yes, so now, in any way, get into this Chris Kang post here. Ultimately, talk about smart contracts, what will be the end game. The way, the TLDR of it is Ethereum's L2 solutions, they rely on respective sequences to collect and order transactions. Basically, they had to sacrifice their decentralized nature to be able to be scalable. And the same thing with many, if not all, other projects in this space. They were decentralized to an extent, but they had to sacrifice their centralization, their security, therefore, to become scalable, so they can handle, you know, the speed, so to speak. But Casper, because of its block DAG technology, and with 10 BPS coming soon enough as well, and then also smart contracts, it will be able to still be scalable, still be quick, without sacrificing decentralization. So it'll be quick, as quick if not quicker than the other protocols, while still being decentralized, still being secure, while still being safe, which is something that other projects can't attain to. Bitcoin is too slow and lacks zero-knowledge opcodes. Ethereum L1s can verify second opcodes, but they're limited by transactions per second. But Casper can achieve that with 10 BPS. And the best part about it as well is existing L2 solutions, other chains out there, not just Ethereum but other ones as well, they may not want to evolve, they may not want to give up their centralized sequence of schemes, because right now what they're doing isn't broken, so they don't need to fix it. It already generates them income ranging from hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars a month. So think about it that way. You have, let's just say, for numbers' sake, so we get a little bit of understanding, 10 chains right now that are making hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars a month from their smart contracts. If Casper really smart contract, which is therefore going to be the same speed, if not faster, and also then just more secure because it's decentralized, it will then be taking liquidity from all these chains, so it will probably end up generating millions, if not tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars a month once the adoption goes more and more with smart contracts. It is extremely bullish in my mind for how big smart contracts can be for Casper. All the information that I have showed you in the stream, and if I haven't done, I will do in the future, will be linked in my free Discord server. Again, check it out for yourself. It's in the description. I'm pretty sure most people here are probably in part of the server already. But yeah, once more, if you want to check it out, link in the description, also in the chat right now, and also on my YouTube homepage. But ultimately, smart contract is very, very bullish for Casper. Very, very bullish, and will make Casper the most dominant project in this space. I'd like to believe it could happen in Q1 2025. Worst case scenario, I think it'll be Q1 2026. And what that means for my mind's eye is, okay, crypto bull run is peaked out. That'll be the start of the bear cycle. And that means when everything's correcting quite severely, smart contracts come out for Casper, meaning they can start building and developing decentralized applications on Casper. Casper correction won't be as severe. It will stem the bleeding because of smart contract. Again, very, very bullish. FOMC meeting soon. Yes, the elections only 3 days away now. Potentially the most pivotal time we will witness for, you know, the imminent future, especially. And the next FOMC meeting is just 2 days after that, on the 7th of November. Potentially we see more rate cuts. Again, rate cuts being bullish for crypto, because you see pressure alleviated from the economy, meaning more liquidity, more volume can flood into investments, into crypto assets. If smart contracts happen before 10 bps, I'd wonder how the network can handle it. We have seen Casper 20 with 1,000 transactions per second. Yeah, it's a very interesting theory. I'd be, again, very, very surprised if smart contracts happen before 10 blocks per second. Very surprised indeed. I think it's very unlikely. 10 bps is definitely happening in Q1. I don't see why it couldn't. In fact, I'm pretty sure it, I mean, again, they got the crescendo update happening right now. So 10 bps will happen in Q1. If smart contracts happen around the same time, we could see a colossal surge in adoption for Casper, which would be, again, hugely bullish. And we could see, you know, where Casper could go from there for what Casper could do with smart contracts. And again, that could also lead, in accordance to what this article says from Frank Jacob, lead to many major exchanges rushing to list Casper with 10 bps, so the hard forks and also smart contracts. You know, Casper's going to explode. Casper's already exploded with 1 block per second in KRC20. So with 10 bps and with smart contracts, its explosion will be just that much higher. The sky will be the limit for Casper. Of course, nobody knows, but do you think the bottom is in? Good question, Massimino. I mean, for the most part, yes. And I'll explain why. The reason why is A, the elections is 3 days away, and, well, okay. The bottom potentially is in, right? But it depends, right? With the elections only 3 days away, regardless of who wins, crypto will surge in due time. But the sentiment within the logical thing you have to keep in mind is, again, don't be much of be logical, but logic also means play off people's emotions. Understand what people are thinking about and be logical enough to adapt to that. The sentiment in the crypto community is Kamala Harris ends up winning, crypto will correct, if not crash. Some say 30k Bitcoin, which I think is excessive, but again, if everyone is extremely bearish, if Kamala wins, then crypto and therefore Casper will likely correct. Again, I'm not sure how severe Casper correction could be. It is already, in accordance to the power law, 67% undervalued, so I don't know how much of that it could correct, but effectively speaking, yes, Casper could correct further should Kamala Harris wins in 3 days. If Trump wins, I think crypto as a whole will just go parabolic. Of course, an FOMC meeting, again, is just 2 days after that, 5 days from now, which could lead to rate cuts potentially, which then would lead to, again, pumps in the market. So those are two factors coming in that could cause that, you know, could do very, very well for crypto and therefore Casper. You also got the fact of the potential Kraken listing happening soon. The speculation is going to happen this week, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Some other sources say it's going to be December, but it'll happen this year, hopefully. And again, more and more incoming KRC20 adoption, again, going absolutely crazy. We'll get into that in just a moment once more. Crypto adoption, again, going absolutely crazy. Again, we're going to get into that in just a moment as well. Ultimately, meaning that there's a lot of bullish upside potential that leads us to believe that we could see crypto pump from here. But the next, you know, this week is going to be, you know, the start of next week is going to be one of the most bullish times, most important times for crypto to see where crypto is going to go. In accordance to the TA element of things, you could argue yes, because Casper, for the most part, despite its negative yearly action here, and also especially in the last 3 months, this downtrend here, in the last year, technically speaking as well, Casper's still been forming higher highs and higher lows. So as long as the Casper doesn't correct below this region here, then this could be a bomb for Casper, because again, if it corrects below this blue here, then that would be a lower low, and that would therefore probably be a sign for a severe correction in Casper, because it's not going an uptrend anymore, it's going back down. So potentially speaking, I would like to believe, if everything goes according to plan, which again, nothing's guaranteed in this space, but if it does, then this would be the bottom for Casper, or potentially, you know, here. But it shouldn't go below here. It should not go below there. But again, there are so many elements, so many other factors to take into account of what could happen, what could affect Casper's price. The election being the most influential one, the FOMC meeting could be a big one as well, potential listings for Casper, and so on and so forth. We'll have to wait and see. But it's a good question. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight of what my mindset is and where we're potentially looking at for this cycle right now. Yeah, I've got to wait for the FOMC meeting, Jerome talk, and we'll see the bottom, and leave the big wells and the other X accumulated while the spaghetti main sells, hand sells. Yeah, again, that's effectively where it comes down to as well. You've got some other catalysts to take into account. This is definitely a low point for Casper, there's no doubt about it. I would like to believe it's not going to go lower, but again, the next announcement in the next week could drastically affect that. The main one being the elections. Right now, it's very hard to determine who's going to win. Of course, in the crypto space, everyone wants Donald Trump to win. I saw on my server earlier, Shout out to, I think it was Casper God who put it in, where we saw that apparently in the state of Vegas, Donald Trump is massively at better odds to beat Kamala Harris. And of course, if you look according to Polymarket also suggests that Donald Trump is massively ahead of Kamala Harris as well. But I would like to believe that actually it's a lot closer than people tend to think. So again, 3 days, not far off now. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I think Casper's chart is showing triple bottom again. Yeah, triple bottom. You know, this again could be a possibility. It's definitely a possibility of that. And hopefully, again, in what I showed yesterday, it seems that Casper, in terms of market dominance, is at an all-time low again, which therefore should suggest that we're going to start seeing it turn tail again. So I'll have to just wait and see what happens, of course. But I'm optimistic for where Casper's going to go from here. I'll be filling up my bags periodically. 11.5 cents down 1.25% on daily time frame. For me, is a bargain, and I'm very happy I could be a Casper this early. Before it ended up taking off to $1 and beyond that with smart contract, no tier ones, no 10 PBS, all the deal of why Casper is so early, why it's so bullish. And that also leads me on to what's coming for Casper as well. This also coincides with what Shai said here about basically the TLD of his post here on Reddit post, was just that Casper is just innovative technology that has solved the trilemma, and no one can disagree with it. People can try to disagree with it, but the fact is there. You know, people are trying to come at Casper for not adhering to, you know, the trilemma and, you know, Bitcoin and whatnot, but it's the only proof of work that scales down confirmation times with far-reaching effects. No other proof of work can do that. Bitcoin can't, Ethereum can't, Dogecoin can't. Like, they can't. Casper's the only one, technology speaking, that is doing what needs to be done in the crypto space. And it's going to prove that proof of work can do better than proof of stake and not sacrifice decentralization. We've got this announcement here as well, in comparison of projects once more. This KF here talking about Casper and ICP. And this comes here from this post here from Wolfie, where someone asked, it is difficult for the Casper community to pretend that ICP doesn't exist. Literally everything it claims to be the first to solve and everything it boasts about doing has already been solved and outdone by ICP. And Wolfie replies, you're right, it's been outdone by ICP. You guys went from $428 on launch to $7 in only 3 years. The Casper went from 66 coins for 1 penny to 11.66 cents for 1 coin in the same time frame with no advertising. And why do you think that is? Again, it's one of those elements where it is so tough to really compare Casper to any other project. Of course, that's a maxi mindset, I'd like to believe. But again, Casper being the fair launch proof of work, again, which most other projects in this space are proof of stake. Also, Casper being, again, fair launch, so no VC backing. Casper's done everything organically. So when you're comparing Casper to other projects, it's really hard to actually make an actual good argument about it. Because Casper's done this with no support, no VC backing, no nothing. And every other project in this space has had some form of donations to exchanges or something like that. They have tier 1 exchanges. Casper's got to where it's at in number 28 right now on CoinMarketCap with no tier 1s and that sort of stuff. And this price has got up where every other project in this space for the most part. ICP here, you know, in its all-time chart, you know, it's currently doing better than Casper is on market cap wise, but look at that. I'm not saying RCP is going to do bad in this cycle, but, you know, it launched again, similar time to Casper, July 2021, you can see July there. So yeah, Casper launched in 2022, like late 2021 bull cycle, and then ICP launched just before the bull cycle, or near the end of it, I believe. Yeah. So it had that, and then since it's launched though, it just came down. So ICP has not done nearly as well. ICP may do well in the cycle, I can't say for sure, but comparing the two projects is, again, it's the same thing with people who are comparing Swede to Casper. I'm like, you can't compare the two projects. I think they're both decent projects, they both make good gains in this cycle, but you can't compare the two because one is a proof of stake with VC backing, one's a proof of work with no backing whatsoever. And also, if you compare the two once more, you can see that, I mean, again, I hold Swede, so I like Swede, but I don't like people comparing the two because, again, you look at Swede here, obviously doing much better than Casper is right now, but this is where it's at, with also being paid to go on exchanges and whatnot, and insider information and whatnot. And Casper's done that in the same time frame. It's done massively outperformed the likes of Sui in its cycle. Of course, Sui's a much newer product than Casper in terms of its actual, life cycle, but either way, you can't compare the two. At least that's my personal belief. Casper right now has, for the first time in the past week, actually dropped off massively in volume, 24-hour volume. It's been above 100 for the past week or so, and now it's dropped below 66, which for the most part is still not too bad for Casper. Casper, for the most part, has been around that region. It normally hovers around 50 on average right now, and bullish times are normally around 100. So, obviously it's not great to see. Casper's, FOMO seems to die out a little bit, but that might be because, again, everyone's waiting right now for the elections. Once the elections come through, you'll probably see all crypto projects' volume soar, because people will either be buying or selling depending on who wins. We all know that Kraken is already planning to list Casper, but what do you think about Binance, which would be even more important to us? Good question, Massimo even. And yeah, I think ultimately, I think Binance is gearing up to list Casper. I'd like to believe it's probably a case of they're going to be waiting for Q1 2025 or after that, when 10 blocks per second happens, and potentially the smart contracts again. That is what I believe they're waiting for, because again, it's a hard fork. There can be complications with it, so they'll just bide in their time. So I think Binance will probably happen Q1 or early Q2 2025. And of course, that would be very, very important, seeing Casper's adoption and price go parabolic. And by that point as well, it'll definitely happen, because retail will be back. Again, I showed you in my stream yesterday that the retail market right now is just simply not here. When Bitcoin reached all-time highs in March, this is where the green being the Bitcoin searches on Google. Right now, the searches are down here, nearing low levels. No one in retail is focusing on Bitcoin right now, or crypto. Yeah, it's at all-time highs again. So once that happens, in 2025, retail comes back, institutional adoption floods in faster and faster. We'll see a lot more parabolic surges with Casper, I'm sure, and crypto in general. Show RSI and the current trend instead of repeating the same dialogue and tweets. You want people to pump your bags. I don't care what you do, my man. I really don't, Silkworm. If you want to invest in Casper, go for it. If you don't, fine. I really don't care if you buy Casper. I believe in Casper, and I think it's going to do very, very well, hence why I talk about it. But again, I'll talk about other projects in this space as well. Ones that I do hold, one that I don't hold. For example, I speak about, these other projects, Ultra, Miria, Nakamoto, these gaming projects. I don't hold any of these projects yet, but I think they're decent projects. I don't hold Tau yet, but I think it's a very good project, AI. I plan to get into Tau, but I don't hold it yet. I'm going to talk about projects obviously that I'm in, because I think they're good, but I'm not doing it to pump my back. I really don't care if you get into Casper or any of these projects at all. Ultimately, once more, do your own research into anything I talk about. You should not just take what I say as the holy grail. Again, what you see here is just it's without, we haven't got any confirmation of this. It's speculative. It's alleged insider information. So make sure you do your own due diligence. Research into anything you do. I'm not telling you to invest at all. I'm not a financial advisor. If you don't want to get into Casper or any other project, that's fine. The RSI, can I show the RSI? I know how to do it. It's just okay. I don't know if I. Yeah, okay. So I don't have trading view. I'd have to remove some stuff. So I don't have trading view. Currently, I can't currently use trading view right now. I don't pay for trading view because I don't need to. So, but I already have other indicators, so I can't therefore add RSI because I can't have more than two. But if you want to check out for yourself, go on TradingView, go onto the Casper chart, type in the indicators here, and type in RSI, and then check that out there to see relative strength is. But again, RSI is another indicator to showcase where the strength of the market is. But again, it's one of many indicators needed to determine where a project may go. Right? Casper right now is, at this region it's at right now, seemingly a decent level for it, at least quite undervalued. But nothing's guaranteed that we're going to see the price go up or down from here. Again, the elections, the RSI, no matter what the RSI says now, the RSI to me, if truth be told, is probably completely pointless, with the elections being so close and also being the pivotal time here, or not here. Investors are stocking up on Bitcoin ahead of the US elections, says CNBC. Literally, I honestly think TA right now, for one of the few times I say this as well, because I think, again, all elements are important of understanding where the market's going to go. But right now, I think TA is the most useless thing to have, because TA is not going to help you with the election so close. At least that's my own personal belief. But yeah, I mean, again, if you don't believe in Casper, you don't believe what I'm saying, that's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. Don't get into Casper, that's fine. Or sell your Casper and I'll buy your bags. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm in Casper because of, what it's going to do in the future. That's why I believe in Casper. And I think Binance should be coming, hopefully, again, in 2025, when you'll see retail come back and you'll see the adoption surge higher and higher. And I think it will outperform the likes of ICP. ICP, again, comparing the two projects is just not fair. And I think KLC20 is going to help with that as well. From BERT here, we have come to the point where any new project launch faces a near impossible task of being successful due to the botting of mints. So we did alternative. Ultimately, BERT should talk once more, or shilling if you will, their incoming launchpad. The fact that it's cheaper, greater holder distribution, safer funding, marketing. The launchpad is a very, very big deal for BERT. BERT right now, if you look at the projects right now, BERT is currently at $5 million market cap. Again, full disclosure to you, Silkworm, I might get into these, but right now I don't. The only one that I've looked into is Nacho, but I've not got any of these tokens yet, these meme tokens. But Nacho's, at a very good value, so I'm going to probably get to that very, very soon. I know, for example, Kango right now is doing incredible, because the reason why Kango's doing incredible, to my knowledge, is because Crypto Galaxy has shielded it, as he's involved, and of course he's one of the bigger content creators in the space, so therefore he's pumping the bag. I could be wrong about that, but again, for meme tokens, it's a call-out incentive. But yeah, BERT being the bet of Casper, BERT on our $5 million market cap, 500,000 24-hour trading volume. The launch pad being so close that I could see some significant gains for BERT coming very, very soon. Again, Kango's doing incredible right now, $9.3 million market cap, 1.7 million 24-hour trading volume. Conan, 4.6 million, 1.7 million. Nacho's come down quite significantly, but still the adoption is still very, very high. All these projects I think have a very good chance to soar higher and higher. Gold, for example, now, which is AI based, is now open to VC, so venture capital and angel investors, which again, no one really wants. Again, for the Casper community, we don't really want that in some element, but again, there is a benefit of having VC backing, which is again getting them the funding they need to get launched on projects earlier, which is bullish, which is also a good thing. So we're inviting visionaries, investors to join Gold's journey as we harness the power of real-world investment through Gold-Fi Casper mining. So again, very cool to see. Here we've got from Conan here, but ultimately from Bitconomy, just talking about again, we're seeing exchanges now start to adopt Casper, KRC20. All the listings happened with Bitconomy very, very recently. Casper coming soon, Conan coming soon, Bully, Coon, Coke, which is it's the duck song emoji, Coac, and then Cashjack as well, have been listed on Bitconomy, which is very, very good. Listings are coming thick and fast. And now we've also got Jump, the kangaroo, that's now been listed on Bitconomy coming very soon as well. So we're seeing it, surge quicker and quicker, which is again very, very bullish. And people who are saying that Casper's dying, I would care to disagree with you. And we've got this here as well. Hash rate. We see this peak here. 1.38 EH, another all-time high. Once more, we are seeing the adoption for Casper go higher and higher. If you look at the wallet addresses, again, higher and higher. We've seen the Aquaman gone again, meaning that people are still buying off exchanges. MEXC has lost their Aquaman status because people have been buying off the exchange. But we're seeing once more, the adoption for Casper is just not dead. It can't be dead because the hash rate is going higher and higher. And the wallet addresses are going higher and higher. It's just because the price is going down because, again, the bigger want to have more, wallets, want to have more accumulation of Casper than the ones that are selling. Because they've paid their money, so just try to take some profit, I'm guessing. And we even have, again, the reason why I also believe that Casper is going to do very, very well, again, touch wood, God forbid, nothing happens for Casper, is that we have no smart contracts, no 10 PBS, no tier 1s. God forbid if that somehow happens. Casper, for the most part, I still think will do very, very well because the Bitcoin maxis are now starting to actually talk about and shield Casper. Matthew Crater here, who's not I don't know who he is very well. But, I mean, he's got a lot of impersonators, so he must be a decent. I mean, right now you see, look, he's got 37.6 thousand followers, so he's not a small account by any means. He's a Bitcoin holder and Bitcoin maxi YouTuber. So again, Bitcoin Maxi, another one to add into the extensive list now, who is now advising all his followers, which again, advising not a very good word to use. Maybe if he's not an financial advisor, he should be maybe, at least showing his research and saying it might be a good thing, but he shouldn't be advising, but he's advising his followers to buy Casper. You're seeing Bitcoin Maxis. So with Bitcoin surge inevitable with institutional adoption, when Bitcoin reaches its top, and therefore everyone's made their money through Bitcoin, and people then start looking to altcoins and mining sectors out of that, Bitcoin Maxis who want to stick with the incentive of Bitcoin, they'll go to Casper, being the next best thing. Well, in my opinion, better thing, but for the meantime, next best thing until Casper gets the adoption and the developments it need. So Casper, I think, regardless, will do very, very well in the cycle. Sincerely, I believe that we will open our eyes wide in 5 years. Gigawatt, KII, is like a magic trick. You see the show but don't understand the magician's trick. Exactly, DD. I do, for what, again, the biggest reason why the reason why you should be in Casper is what it's going to do in the future, which is going to be helped through developments with the KII. The way the KII is going to push Casper out there into the real world, in the energy sector, cross-border payment, supply chain, you name it. In stablecoin market, in real estate market, in commodities, KII is going to make Casper an integral part of our future monetary system. That's why you should be in Casper, not because we haven't seen tier 1 yet, no TMPS yet, no smart contracts yet. Those will come, and they'll be bullish, but that's not the reason you should be. You should be in Casper. It is my personal belief, again, not financial advice. But yeah, absolutely, let's go Casper. Casper is currently above 25 on CoinMarketCap. Yes, Casper right now is at 28 on CoinMarketCap, which is, either way, it's still not bad considering no tier 1 exchange listings, but it peaked at 20 when it was at just short of a $5 billion market cap. That's Casper's all-time high market cap, 5 billion, and at that point Casper was in number 20, and since then, of course, it had quite a severe correction, or crash, even, if you will. But I think it will go back, rise to the rankings very, very soon. Cash Ching, welcome back to the stream, my man. Early stream, nice, good morning. Oh yes, again, early stream. I did announce it in my Discord server, my free Discord server, last night, probably about 10 hours ago, truth be told. So people may not have seen it yet, but in that Discord, we've talked about everything crypto Casper. We've got Casper, crypto related, economic factors related as well, other projects, and also, if anything is coming up that I have to change my timings, I'll make an announcement in there first and foremost. So for like 2 days ago, where I had to do my stream half an hour earlier, I made an announcement in there as well. Bought 2 miners for my 9-year-old. The future gained. She will get a wallet when she turns 18. Wow, Cash Ching, you are blessing your child, your daughter. Again, massive. I massively respect you. You and also I think it's Mikey, both of you two who are already getting your children involved into Casper. I think you're doing a very, very good job. So yeah, big up to you. And I'm jealous that I wish I had obviously, Casper's just come up recently, but I wish I had my dad do that sort of thing for me as well. I love my dad, nothing wrong with my dad at all, but just again, having a father figure, or even if you're female, but even having your parent, your guardian, helping you that much, become financially free at such a young age to help learn this sort of stuff, I think is a very, very important skill that is lacking. So yeah, congrats to you, Cash Ching, and I wish you all the best. Casper will go drop more. There's no high volatility to break the current resistance, and the R site is showing oversold. If it's showing oversold, then it means they should be buying back up. Casper will go drop more. There is no high volatility to break the current resistance, and the R site is showing oversold. If its R site is showing oversold, then it should go higher. If it's showing overbought, then it should start correcting. But if it's been oversold, then it should start going up. Am I mistaken in that, Mark? I'm pretty sure that's how RSI works. And again, as I mentioned earlier, RSI is really not that important of it. TA right now, for the most part, is completely irrelevant for this incoming week because of the elections, because of the FOMC meeting. If you purely pay attention to just TA and RSI, then Bitcoin would never move. Bitcoin would just go up and down between 70 and 60k the whole time. Could go to oversold and undersold, oversold, undersold, or overbought, oversold sort of thing. You've got to have pump stuff like that. Again, I'm not saying Casper will go up. There's a possibility, well, there's a possibility of correct more. It does depend on the real world elements as well as TA. But TA right now, I do a little bit of TA, understand a little bit about TA, but right now for me, TA's only help for me right now to understand where Casper could correct to or surge to. But ultimately right now, what's going to drive the direction of Casper and crypto is the elections and the FOMC meeting. RSI is completely irrelevant here. 100% irrelevant in my opinion. Again, my personal belief, you could do, again, I don't want to warp you away from your own trading strategies, but the elections, again, Kamala winning, will likely see a correction in Bitcoin, a severe one. Trump winning, will likely see a pump in Bitcoin. And that will cause other projects to, follow in suit. Even Casper, I'd like to believe, even though Casper didn't surge with Bitcoin previously, I think Casper will with the elections because of what will happen in the market. You'll see the surge of volume. And right now, Casper has had a lot of volume recently. It's come back down as of late, down to 65 million, but it's had volatility recently. So we'll have to just wait and see ultimately. Again, nothing's guaranteed in this space, but for what's happening, I think we'll see some significant developments. XRP is got another 21 shares now for XRP ETF with the SEC, which is big news. Not just for XRP, but also because once more, it's showcasing signs that the SEC's reign of terror, so to speak, is coming to an end. Because now Wall Street, big institutions, are actively finding more and more for ETFs against XRP, which has a lawsuit going on, a 3-year-long lawsuit against them. And they're doing it with Solana as well. Like, all the institutions now starting to actively file for ETFs, despite the SEC has been trying to stop them all. They were reluctant to accept Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum ETFs, but they did so. They were forced to. And now all the institutions are starting to fly out with XRP and Solana and everyone else, I think everything else as well. So SEC's reign of terror coming to an end will also happen due to new administration from the elections. When the elections happen, new administration will come in. Gary Gensler won't be sitting as chairman of SEC for much longer. Bitcoin has now the same number of users that the internet did in 1997. And what crypto is meant to be, as where it's being compared to, is whereas the internet, what the internet was for information, crypto and Bitcoin therefore is, and hopefully Casper therefore as well, is meant to be. So what the internet is for information is meant to be what crypto is for payments. Crypto is for payments, what the internet is for information. So that, again, one more point being is crypto is going to be a widely adopted worldwide thing like the internet, like how you listen to me right now, and meaning that we are still very, very early. If it's where it's at in 1997, obviously we're now in 2024, the internet is everywhere. So think about it, in comparatively speaking, in 25 years' time, 30 years' time, crypto will be everywhere. And you're in crypto right now with Bitcoin is sitting at just 69k, 70k. Bitcoin's currently at a $1.37 trillion market cap. Casper is only at just short of a $3 billion market cap. At 11 cents. Extremely early, in my opinion. But of course, that's not all. Here, again, further proof of adoption surging. SafePal launches Telegram crypto wallet with Visa card support. Visa wants more, biggest payment company getting more involved with crypto. What's the guru here? Switzerland's largest bank, UBS, launches world first Ethereum-based tokenized fund. I always spoke about here, investors are stocking up on Bitcoin ahead of the US elections. That's why, again, the R side for me is irrelevant, because the elections are going to negate all of that. R side for Bitcoin right now might say overbought. But if Trump wins, it's going to go up. It's going to go up. If Harris wins, likelihood, again, we'll have to wait and see. I think for the most part, in the next, this cycle especially, in the next, few months, Q1 2025, if Kamala wins, we'll probably see it go down like that and then start doing that again. Kamala won't stop crypto. If Trump wins, we'll probably see it do that, come back down, and then start going up again. But none of them can stop crypto, if they wanted to. But you will end up seeing much more explosive growth imminently with Trump winning. Again, that's not what I want to say. I don't have it's not like I'm not one saying because I'm bullish on Trump or anything like that. It's because that's the sentiment within the crypto community, and me being a logical investor or wanting to be a logical investor, I understand how other people's emotions affect the markets because everyone else is emotional. So I use my logical thinking to act on their emotions to help develop my own trading strategies. Again, why I don't think RSI is important right now. But again, that's me personally. BlackRock bought $2.15 billion worth of Bitcoin this week. They've been stocking up more and more. Coinbase chief legal officer says that, but here, in trying to coincide with also the other part of the title being wealth managers in crypto. Coinbase's chief legal officer says they uncovered over 20 instances of the FDIC barring banks from offering crypto services. They've been stopping crypto, but that's going to change very, very soon. And the sentiment is here as well. Wealth management officers are shifting their focus to crypto assets. We can see right here, 68% of family officer professionals highlighted in this area are looking at digital assets. Again, digital assets, crypto, is even above the increased focus in private markets. The fact that the digital asset topped the list of family office professionals at 60% reflects the major evolution of investment strategies. With more than $89 trillion in global wealth management, $89 trillion worth, this trend signals a clear openness to adopting cryptocurrencies and blockchain technologies. It demonstrates that family offices are not just keeping pace with the preferences of young generations for innovative and alternative investments, but they're also positioning themselves to leverage the growth potential of digital assets. We are seeing a massive surge in adoption with crypto right now, and with $89 trillion worth of global management investment, that's just 10% of that, or even 5% of that, $4-5 trillion worth of global wealth management actually, to get into crypto out of the 89 possible $1 trillion available. That's how quickly we can see crypto. There's so much money in the world, and institutions are now finally to get involved. They're going to send crypto parabolic, in my personal belief. And then with Casper with development, it also could ascertain and accumulate and take a lot of that liquidity as well, and that capital, that volume, because of its grayscale asset under consideration with Wall Street ETF, Casper ETF, and also with, again, tier ones, 10 BPS, smart contracts. You get the deal. What's coming to Casper is going to be very, very bullish indeed. Smart contracts will be absolutely huge for Casper. So yeah, once more, it comes down to once more, just again, we are really, really early in the space. Nacho, Casper, I believe in Nacho so much. I really see him going far despite what some people think about Shy. I mean, yeah, right now there's still a lot of negativity around Shy, which I understand why. I think it's unfair personally, because once more, Shy is just purely expressing his belief in his grief and his belief. But Shy has been a titan for the space, fighting tooth and nail with other, influencers, so to speak, about why Casper is what it is and why it's so good. And because, he is a figure point for Casper, people are not happy that he's talking about what he's talking about on Twitter, which I think he's in his right to do so. But I do believe that, Nacho will do very, very well, and also Casper. And actually, speaking of which, there was this video that I'm pretty sure I linked in my chat yesterday, in my Discord server, where, all these people in a round table, so to speak, with Sin City, Shy, Wolfie and stuff like that. And you had other people from the other ecosystems, of the cat ecosystems as well. And even people from the other cat ecosystem was confirming that the first Chaos 20 token to reach 1 billion will probably be Nacho. They accept that Nacho is the biggest one because what it represents behind Shy. Massimo, may I ask you how big your percentage of your allocation into Casper right now? An example, I'm over 90%. Good question, my man. Right now, I'm about 70%. Because I do hold other projects as well, and I plan to get into more in due time as well. But right now I'm 70%, but that is very liable to change in due time. Because my right now I'm looking a little bit into memes, as other alternative means to make money, and with the profits I make from that, I then will start putting it more into Casper. So right now it's at 70%, but that's liable to change a lot more in the cycle and probably stack up more and more. But I hold other projects right now. I hold SWE, I hold XRP, I hold Vulcan Forge. I plan to get into Tau. I plan to get into DSync, because DSync's got a mainnet launch coming soon, and DSync is one that I think has got a very, very... Again, DSync being an AI project, I think it's got a lot of good potential. I'm not in it yet, but I will be in it probably within this week on BingX, Mexi, Gate, and Uniswap. I think, yeah, if right now it's at a good zone, so to speak. If you look at it, like, it's lining up here, which seems to be a level of a decent support level or level of resistance for D6. So I think it's got good upside potential from here as well, and also it's a mid cap. So and it's its first cycle, so it could go much higher. Again, AI is still a very, very big deal. Other projects in the space as well that I'm looking into. I'm going to get into in due time, and probably in the next this week get into C. Those are projects that I think have got good potential, but there are multiple projects in this space. There are multiple ways to make money. Again, that's why I created my free Discord server, So I could talk about my projects that I like, of course, and share my knowledge with everyone else, but equally people can also, share their knowledge with me. Like, I have people in my server who's told me so much. I've already learned a lot from other people already in that server, and they've hopefully learned from me as well. About other projects, about other understanding of how crypto could work, I'm not, again, the be-all and end-all. I feel like I'm quite knowledgeable, but I could always learn more, hence why I made the server. But yeah, right now, short answer, about 70%. If Casper pumps, do you think Nacho Casper will pump as well, or is it independent? Good question, Blue Mars. I think they kind of they help each other out. It's like they both are a crutch for each other. If Casper gets tier 1 listings, it pumps. You'll probably see these memes. It'll probably pump with it, but it'll be a case of if Casper gets Binance or Kraken, for example, you'll see the community who've switched to KRC20 for the most part, they'll jump back into Casper. So you might see corrections in these projects, but once Casper's had its cycle and its FOMO is faded from the tier 1, you'll see the money flood back into these memes again. So so effectively with pumps with Casper, it will inherently, whether immediate or in due time, will help the meme tokens as well, and same thing vice versa. The meme tokens are pumping, which are getting adoption more and more, they're doing better, because other people who are like meme tokens are getting more involved. That will in due time inherently help Casper as well. Even Pepe dubbed without tier 1 Robinhood, when all users were constantly saying Robinhood is coming, but it jumped harder. Sometimes the best doesn't win. Are you comparing Pepe to Casper? I'm just gonna let that settle in, because the statement of sometimes the best doesn't win. But you're comparing Pepe to Casper. You're talking about Pepe as in the meme token Pepe this, because that's not. If you're talking about Pepe, that's not dead. That's not dead at all. It's not, popping high and high like memes do, but it's not dead. I don't know what you mean by that, Silkworm. I understand you seem to have a negative viewpoint on Casper, and that's perfectly fine. You're entitled to your own belief. I don't care. I really don't. Like, you can say what you will. I just would personally advise you to do your own research into it. You don't believe in Casper and its research, then that's fine. Don't be in the project. It doesn't bother me at all. No skin off my back. But right now, if Casper is out, I think it's just got upside potential from here. A decent amount of that as well. I will skyrocket Casper 10 BPS and smart contract and Dag Knight, and later on 100 BPS. It will outperform Visa by far. So bullish. Yes, I also believe that much again. I don't think it's going to happen this cycle. It'll be futures to come. Maybe next cycle, maybe the cycle after that. But in due time, Casper will take off. I think it'll do well this cycle. And with all the other developments coming into play, the 10 BPS, the smart contracts, the tier 1s, the KRI and what they're building, that will send Casper to the moon most definitely. The idea of the miner for the daughter would be better than just $200 a Casper or a miner. yes, I completely agree. It actually is it's Cash Ching's idea is very, very good, because you're giving your daughter, you're giving your child like passive income. You're not giving them just Casper, leaving it there, which again, even giving them to Casper is amazing. I would like to believe giving them any form of investment this early on that has good upside potential, good longevity is amazing. Especially if it's one that you personally believe in, not just doing it because I say so. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but if you give them a miner, long-term benefit of mining is better than just buying Casper. I'm fully aware of that. I don't have a miner. I don't know if I plan to, but I know that if you're mining Casper, long-term benefit of mining Casper is much better than just buying it off. So yeah, that's again, it's incredible. It'll cost you more by mining it than it will to buy it if you're using a home miner. Right now, probably that is true, Infamous Gardens, but again, if Casper was to rise in price, which I think it is due to, again, obviously it's due to, but I suspect it will happen, especially in this bull cycle being so close. Then the miners will start making money again. Also, you can mine KRC20 tokens, which is another form of money you can make from it, and actually that's making them quite a lot of money right now. The hash rate is still rising higher and higher, so people are still mining Casper. So it may not be more profitable right now, but in due time, when Casper price actually rises and, gets above 25 cents for the most time, then they'll start making money again. Okay, so yeah, okay, I was right. So RSI oversold means that we're going back up. RSI oversold means it'll pump up, but for now it may go down further before it pumps. Okay, yeah, but if RSI oversold, it basically means it should pump. So yeah, again, as I mentioned, RSI right now as an indicator for me is really irrelevant because of the elections being so close. It is just the RSI could say, the RSI could literally say word for word is going to pump tomorrow if Kamala Harris wins, the sentiment in the community is that crypto will dump, so therefore it won't pump most likely. Solana ETF is a game changer, yeah, because the Solana right now is doing absolutely insane. Like, it's had such an amazing run recently because of the meme tokens. So an ETF would be insane to bring institutional adoption into Solana, setting its price higher, also meaning that the meme token side will do even better because people will have more money to invest into the meme tokens. So yeah, Solana ETF would be very, very huge game changer for the meme tokens community, definitely. It won't go down any further. 10, 11 cents is a strong support. I'd like to believe that much as well. Again, based on the fact that we're still technically in an uptrend, triple bottom. I like to think this is the bottom for Casper, but again, depending on the elections, the FOMC meeting, and other developments, it could very well change. So we have to be very, very careful. I predict 9 cents Casper. Again, 9 cents is also possible. I mean, the problem is if we break down this zone here, 9.2, there's not really a guarantee. We don't really know where the zones are for Casper because this pump was very, very like sharp. We suspect the zone's going to probably be, because we could suspect the zone's going to probably be around here. But there's not really any known level of resistance below 9.2 cents. So, you know, if we lose that, that'd be, you know, potentially quite disastrous. I think if we lose this region here, this current bottom of 11 cents here, or 10.5 cents here, if we lose 10.5 cents, we go below 10 cents, I think we'll be in trouble for Casper personally, because at that point we won't be in that uptrend anymore. So then we might just see it come down further. Happy birthday, my mom. Thank you very much, my man. Thank you very much indeed. 70% in Casper. I buy Spectral, Hoppy, Natural, and some other to reinvest into Casper, decrease to 85 to 90%. I think that's a good allocation, DD. I really do. Do you see a possibility when the bond starts, the Casper will not go up because of its own cycle? I think worst case scenario, Casper won't go up in the same fashion. But I think for what a bull cycle is, Casper, for the fact that it's such a big project. Again, no 10-1 listings is a problem, definitely. Once it gets out, that will definitely help out. But Casper is such a big project at 28, $2.89 billion market cap. It will catch the bull cycle. Like, I think it's borderline. Again, not financial advice. My personal belief. I think it's borderline impossible that Casper will not catch the bull cycle. Micro caps have a chance not catching the bull cycle because it's so small. Casper has a lack of adoption, but it's not a small project. We will pump it if anything else. So I think Casper will pump regardless. Baloo gaining momentum with KLC20, a cute cat. Where's Baloo? Is it up here? I'll type it in. I mean, yeah, Baloo might do well, but again, for the most part, the belief right now in the community is that it's going to be naturally the biggest one. Yeah, Baloo right now, $277,000 market cap, 4.2k 24-hour trading volume, up 60%. Yeah, right now it's doing quite well. So if there's a hold in Baloo, I mean, big up to you guys. You're making some decent gains right now. Good question. Yeah, that's why I invested in AI, even though it's unhoppy. Yeah, again, that's it was a good question. Yeah, about you know, whether it goes up or not. But that's also why, again, in the very off chance that Casper does not catch the bull cycle, which again for me is borderline impossible, not financial advice, but if it doesn't, that's why I've diversified my assets into other projects just in case. AI, of course, is one that I want to get into, and I will get into very, very soon because AI is going to be definitely one of the biggest gainers in the cycle, I believe. Hello, Emil here, dev behind Baloo. What do you think of Baloo, if you weren't mind asking? I mean, damn, I've now got pressure behind me. I think Baloo, for the most part, it looked good. You know, it's been launched for 10 days. It's a relatively new project. It's got some decent adoption right now, 1.26k holders. Market cap is a little small. If it gets adoption and listings, it'll be very, very big. Ultimately, any meme could be very, very big, you know. Volume right now is a little lackluster, truth be told. But again, I think that's due to a lack of adoption. If it gets some listings, you know, Bitcoin right now is doing incredible with listings. So Bitcoin might be one. Obviously, Mexi's now started accepting KLC20 tokens. XT is very bullish on them. CoinX. If Baloo starts getting these listings, I mean, if I check right now, yeah, right now it's only on Casper bots. You got Change Finance, you got XT, you got CoinX. You get these listings behind Baloo, then Baloo could do very, very well. Right now, Baloo, for where it's at, up 62%, is not doing badly at all. You know, market cap's not too bad for only being 10 days. Volume's a little lackluster, but listings would be very, very good. And the holders, even there's adoptions there. So it has a chance of doing quite well. I'd like to believe, at least. Obviously, I'm not in it. That's full disclosure. I'm not in the project. But yeah, that's my personal belief, at least. Yeah, comparing Pepe to Casper is crazy. Crazy work. I understand what his point was about, you know, best projects may not do well, but it's a meme, like meme to an L1 proof of work fair launch is crazy work. I bought her Casper and miners. Wow. Okay, yeah, so you're really spoiling your child. Her bought her Casper and miners. Damn. Well, she's gonna have to thank you massively when she grows up, honestly. Friends are asking me all the time when we will see $1. I'm telling them April, May. Is it realistic in your opinion? Of course, nobody can know for 100%. It's tough to say. It's tough to say because, again, there are so many other developments that happen in the space. I think if we get institutional adoption in crypto by that point, which I think we will, we see a tier 1s for Casper by that point, which I think is possible. Again, 10 TPS will happen. Would have happened by then as well. I think $1 by April, May is highly likely. Not financial advice. Do your own research, show your discretion, but I think it's highly likely because you have 10 BPS by then. You most likely have tier 1s by then as well. You have institutional adoption here. You might even have Grayscale ETF Casper. And you also have the SEC by that point, most likely will be reformed, and you'll see regulatory frameworks laid out in America. So I think it's very likely. Compare Pepe to Casper is like making decisions based on the TA alone. Ignore what Casper's all about. Yeah, I agree. TA is important. Again, I don't want to discredit TA. TA is important, but if you're basing your whole investment strategy on TA, then you're limiting yourself. You need to understand other real world elements as well about the project, what it's about. Casper as a project is very, very good. TA is also good as well. Plan K said we see a 9.5 cents wick, but nothing below that. There are so many big idols in that zone. I mean, yeah, that's also around this region here. That's the 9.5 of this zone here, and I think that's possible. That would probably be the ultimate bottom for Casper, which then would be probably But again, if we that depends. If we lose this, because that would be losing the higher low sentiment. If we lose that, that would be quite disastrous. What's happening with Casper when we won't be making money? Because I mine Casper with machines and make some funny money. I mean, good question. Ultimately, Casper's just correcting because we had the crisis here with the crash following the Japanese yen rising against the dollar. We had the FOMC meeting, then we had KRC20 launch here, and then after that we just saw, because Casper's not got the adoption right now, we saw people getting out of Casper really and going to KRC20 to make their money instead. Then we saw right here was the Middle East situation, and of course then Charles talking about it, so that didn't help either. And also we had further escalation in the Middle East again here. So ultimately capital price correction from this first one here was a result of the correction in the market and the FOMC meeting and the rate cuts. And then this was KRC20. And then after that it was just the adoption being stolen by KRC20 and the big whales taking profit because capital's going down in price. And also the situation in Israel, people of course being emotional started thinking that Casper's an Israel coin when it's not. But that's basically what's happened with Casper's price, to my knowledge at least. But again, at the same time, I think we are due to see a reversal hopefully soon with where it's currently at. Thanks to the KRC20, we've been seeing surge in adoption. Addresses being at higher levels constantly. So Casper's by no means is dead. It's doing better and better. So the price actually is not there because the bigger addresses are the ones that have been selling. But we'll have to see. It could potentially be manipulation. We have no idea. Once all Casper coins are mined, miners will continue to make profit through transaction fees and KRC20 as well. Yeah, that's why also it's so big to see KRC20 because people who are mining Casper can still make money. Thank you for your insight. It's no problem, my man. Thank you for joining the stream, my man. Good morning, Jay. Hope you're good early stream today. Yes, it is Casper Fog because I have to leave later on to celebrate my mother's birthday. But with that being said, that now has just passed the hour mark. So yeah, that is it for the stream today. Thank you everyone for joining. Of course, smart contract news seemingly very, very bullish. Potentially Q1 2025 should be very, very cool. KRC20 doing better and better. And developments in crypto accelerating more and more. Even wealth managers are now shifting their focus to crypto, leading to potential for very, very bullish upside potential. So all in all, we've still got a lot of upside coming for us. The next 3 days are going to be very, very pivotal. So make sure you're keeping a close eye on the elections and everything else. And also check out my Discord server. We're talking about it in real time, most likely around the election. So again, check that out if you want to. Not to mention about November, I think it's going to be a good time for Casper because November historically has been a very, very bullish month for Casper. this month here, November, we saw a 2x, 3x even, and even previously in the past down here, this is also in November, and that was a 10x. So I think we've still got a lot of upside potential for Casper, and I'm optimistic about it. But many people are worried because we are down. Still look good in my opinion. We're up over 100% in the last 12 months. Today, yeah, if you look at it in the last year, we are technically still up, even though November, like from here we're down, but we're still up 100% in the last year. I'll have to see where it goes from here. Hopefully it'll turn tail and start pumping away very soon. But yeah, that'll be it for the stream today. Thank you everyone for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the stream, leave a like, share, subscribe for more, and I'll be back tomorrow. Should be same usual time of streaming, which is 4 p.m. BST, 12 p.m. EST, and 9 a.m. PT. But yeah, hope you all have a very